So hi, and in this lecture we are going to putting all the things that we have learned in the HTML together to make a simple HTML file in which we will put all the code that we have learned in the previous lectures. So for this purpose I have downloaded an image. You can see this image. Okay, so this image is something like a resume of a person, and we will going to create a file in HTML, that is web file of this. Okay, so we just minimize this, and in the file we have to open the code editor. In the code editor we have to follow the same procedure, choose the new file and save the file. And here give the name to the file. Say I give the name to the file resume, and the file type as HTML, that we have already learned in the previous lectures. So save this. Same procedure. Now we need to have HTML element over here. In the HTML we have to use the head element. In the head element we have to use the title element. In the title we have to give the title of the page. So here we can use that my resume is the title I have given to the page. Now rest come to the body part. So here we have to write the body of the page. So okay, so here we see this. If you see this, uh, uh, the name is written over here, John F. Doe. Okay, so we have to give, so this is the name is given is as header type, so we have to use, say we use h2 header 2 for this, and give the name over there, John F. Doe. Okay, now save this. For saving this we just use Control S. We have to open this file. So for to that we have to go to the file explorer, and file explorer we have to choose the file name as the resume, and we right click over here and then open this file with Google Chrome. So here we see John F. Doe is written over here, but this is left indented, so we want left aligned, sorry. So we wanted to make it aligned center, because this is, we wanted to be here in the center of the page. So for that we have to use the style element, style property. Here we will go with the style, and here we choose text align center. Okay, here we choose text align center, then again save this, refresh this. Now this has been moved to the center of the page. Now in the next line we need to have this address over there. So this address is consisting of 100 Main Street, NW, Washington DC 20008, and this is the phone number over there, and after there is mail. So this we can write, say for this we will use header style, say h4, and style we this is again center line, so we will use style, then text line center. Here we have to give the value, so this is 100 Main Street, and W. Now there is a line break after this, so for making line break we have to use the BR element. Okay, so then is Washington, DC, then 20008, then it's again the line break over here, so we'll use BR for this, and the number is 202 hyphen 277, then hyphen 1234. Save this. Now again look it in the browser. So this is written over there. John FTO, 100 Main Street, New York, Washington DC 20. So this way we have written the address. In the next line it is given as what we can say that it is given as email address. Okay, so for this reason we will use another element. Say I'm just going to use, no, this is written in bold. Okay, so what I will do, I will use either H5 or H6. I can use header, or either I can go with paragraph. So I'm simply taking it as paragraph, and again it's center, so making style, then text align equal to center. Okay, so paragraph. Now email address is always we can say that it's of link type. Okay, so if we clicks on this, we can directly mail to this particular email address. For to that we have to use the anchor element. Okay, and here we have to use the hyper reference. We have to use the hyper reference, and here we have to type the URL type as mail to. This URL is used for mail addresses, and colon, and here we have to write the email address. Email address is john at the rate of, say, download resume template.com. Download resume template.com. Here we go. Okay, now save this. We have made the changes. So in order to view the changes, we just right click over here. So P element we have started over here, and then okay, so instead of this I'm just using paragraph. I'm using H5 in place of this, and just for a moment, and here I use again H5. Okay, control S, save this, refresh it. There might be certain error in this. Oh, that we have to give a value over here. This is the same that we have written over here, because this is the URL we have given. We have not given the email address over here, so same thing we have to type it over here. That is the link over here. So control S, save this, refresh it. Sorry. This should be copied from here. Let's right click over here and select copy, then click over here and paste it over here. So Control S, save this, and you will see over here it is written over there. Now here comes as underline by default. Whenever we create link in HTML, underline is by default. So if we don't want underline to be there, so in that case I can write use style element, style attribute, and here I can type text decoration equal to none. So save this again, refresh this, so underline is removed in this case. Okay, so in the next line what we have to create, if you see there is a horizontal line from this place to this place. So for that we just have to simply create a horizontal line over here. So for that we have to use the HR element, horizontal line. Now if we see over there, horizontal line is if we draw horizontal line over here, Control S, refresh it over here. Now this horizontal line is all through the page, but if we see in our picture over here, this horizontal line is from this place to this place, not occupying the whole page. So what we simply can do in this, we just use the style element over here, style and width property, and here we can say that width equal to say 80%. So it will occupy the space of the page up to 80% of the page. So if we again refresh this, so this is reduced to 80%. Okay, so in the next line what we have to do, here we see in this picture we have to use in one column education. Here we have to give the details of the education, and here we have to give the name of the college from where we have completed. So for this reason what we can simply do, we can use the table element over here. Okay, so for the table element we just can use here table. In the table we have to use table row for creating a row, as this is having only single row. So then we have to use table data. Okay, and this is given as something like bold or strong, so we can simply write it in the say B element we can use over here, and here we type education. We will copy this content from here, Control C, and then we will, because this is consisting of the three column, column 1, column 2, column 3, so we will copy it twice, paste it twice here, and here we have to type the value University of Maryland, and there is a break in the line, and here we have to type Bachelor of Science in Accounting, Bachelor of Science in Accounting, and there is another break up line, and here it is written May of 2009, and then we have used certain spaces over here, and it is written GPA 406, something like that. Okay, so this is there. Now in third column it is written as College Park. College Park MD. Okay, so we have done this things over here. Now we will save the changes and refresh it over here. If we see over there, we don't find any space. Now education is written over here in one column. In the second column it is written University of Maryland. In third column it is written, but we don't find any space among the columns over here. If we see, there is certain space in there. So in order to make this space, we will use another attribute of the TD style, and here we specify the col width, column width. So here I just give the column width value equal to say 200 pixels. Okay, in the same way I will use the same property in the second TD. So control B, and here I specify the column width equal to say 300, and this is column number 4. Here again I will use the property equal to say it's again equal to 200 pixels. So I will save this, and again I will refresh it over here. You can see the changes. Okay, so after this our table row is completed, then table is completed. So in the next line, if we see, it's again written over there as work experience. If we see work experience, so for this I'm again using another element. Say I'm just using H2. Okay, so work experience. So work experience is again just like we can see that table having two columns. Okay, and 1 2 3 4 rows. So again we will go with the table, and here we need to have one first row, and in the row we have to write table data. Here we see in the table data the first it is written as job title 1. So it's something like bold, so I'm just using strong element over here, say strong. Okay, and here it is job title 1. Was there, and in the same row if we see it's written TD table data, and it is written as September 2000 hyphen Jan 2009. Just save the changes and refresh it over here. You see here is work experience is coming over here, and it is used as H2. So it's say, but we see that job title over here, and if we see in the picture, this is somewhere here. Okay, this is somewhere here after work experience indented over here. So in order to make it indented over here, I'm just using the tables property, say style, and here I just write use float property. So I just want this table to be float on the right side, so I use float right. So save this and again see the changes. Okay, so this is floated to the right. Now here we need to have the space between the columns here again. Okay, here we need to have the space between the columns. So same thing I'm just going to use as we have done in this case. We will use the style attribute to this, control here, and again to this control B. Now again save this, refresh it. Okay, so this way we can we can make it, say let's make it 300 pixels. So control S and save this. This will come somewhere here like this way. In the second row, here we see it is written as in the form of list. Here we see it is written in the form of list. So again we have to use uh, tr, that is we have to create another row over here, and this row we have to use table data, because I have to create the table column, so we have to use td, and in this table data we have to create a unordered list. Okay, so for unordered list we have to use the ul element, and in order to create the list we have to use the list element, and here we have to give the value, and the first thing is written over there, did task for the boss, did task for boss. Okay, same way we will copy over here because three values are given over there. So control B, then again control B, and in the next line it is approved. Here it is answer the phone. The line next written over there is answer the phone. That is second task he performs, and here he has written processed paper and payment, processed paper and payment. Okay, so this way we created the list. So save this, control H, save this, and go for see the changes, refresh it over here. So see, now if he, because of the reason this is indented equally over here, so I'm just reducing its size to 200 pixels over here. So control S, okay, this way we have to arrange this. Now similarly there is a written as um, here we see the picture, rest do this is first we have written second, third and fourth. So what we do, we will copy the same thing instead of writing again and again. So from here this point to this point I will copy, from this point to this point I will copy, control using control C. So control P one time, then control V second time and control V third time, and I will save it and I will see the changes over here. Now see, you can change the value over here. Now we have to simply change these value. That is nothing so much important, that can be easily done. Now in the next, see, look at this. So in order to accomplish this over here, just have to change this pixel position. So I just make it, say I will make it 400 and to this again 400, to this I'm just leave it as 200 pixels. So save this and I can maximize this, refresh this. We can do some more changes over there in order to make it somewhere like under this and under this. So we just do it in the body. Here we can do what we can do. Here we can use style, and here we just use margin left. Say we just choose it equal to 200 pixels. Control S, save this and here refresh it. So this way I just can arrange it over here. Simultaneously I will choose here the margin right. Here I will again choose 200 pixels. Save this here and refresh it. So this way you can arrange this. We can increase the indentation among this. So for this we can, what we choose, I will take it, I will take it 500 pixel and this 400 pixel. Delete 500 pixel. Here we go with 400 pixel. 500 pixel and here 400 pixel. Have 500 pixel, 400 pixel. Save the changes. If we see, look at this white round mark over here. White round marks indicate that our data is not saved. Okay, so Control S, then go here again in the browser and refresh it. Now you can see the changes over there. I think basically this is not a responsive site we can create using the use of CSS, so that we will learn in the later stages. Now in the next line, what we need to have, a value like this way. We need to have a what we can see that we need to have a table over here, and instead of this, so just we again go with this, and here we will use a table, and this time we will use style property, and here we use float left. Okay, now here we have to create a single row, so for that we have to use tier. The tier we have to use table data, and here we have to use again the style property. Again over here we will use, so I will use style, and here I will choose column width, and I will give here the value somewhere around 500 px, and here I have to give the value qualification, so again I will use h3 for this. And then we have to use again td and style column width, this time I will select it again 500, say 500 px. We will settle it in the later stages if we find something wrong over there. Then here we have to write simple paragraph p element that we will take, and here we have to write Microsoft Word, comma Excel, comma and PowerPoint. Here is again the line break, so we will use VR element and experience in handling money. Experience in handling money. Okay, so save this, cover this, and refresh over here. So his 500 pixel is more space over there, so we just simply reduce this space, and we will bring it to somewhere around 200 pixel. Control S and go to this. Okay, so work. Now we have in the next line, but we have to simply do, so we have another thing is the same. We can simply copy this table. I'm just going to copy this table again, so Control C, and again I will type Control V over here, and in this place I will use references. Okay, and here in this case I will write available on, available upon request. Save this, Control S, and here again refresh this. See, it is maximum. So it's done. So we have almost created this page using the HTML. One more thing I would like to add over here, say I would like a same horizontal line I would like to add over here, and I wanted to create a some message box in which somebody wanted to contact me so that he can message me after viewing this page. So for that I will adding some few more lines to this. So after this table I'm just adding the horizontal line and style, and here width equal to say again 80% we have used because okay. So HR element is also the empty element that is having only the starting tag, not the closing tag. So after that I would like to create a say a message box. Okay, I would like to create a message box. So here I'm just considering two columns over here. So again I'm using table element. So in the table I would like to create, here I have to create table row. In the table row I have to create the table data. So td style I'm just again taking it as style, and in the style I'm saying I need a column width. Where is column width? And I just want it as same 200 pixel, and here I just want to write say somebody can message me, so I just use h3, and here I write message me. Okay, then I just wanted to create, I have to add another column, so again I will use td, and in this I will use form element. So create some interactive forms so the user can message me. So form here, and forms another attribute I will use because, and to give this value as post. And another attribute of the form I would like to use, and I just wanted to float it to right. Okay, and this way I will close this form, and form is again container element that contain the another element. So in this I just wanted to create so that somebody who wanted to contact me, I just wanted to I would like to ask him to enter his name. So I would create here a label and name. Okay, and so now he has to enter the name. So for that I have to create a text input type. Here I just wanted to have a text in which he will enter his name, and I will use another property over here, that is placeholder. Here I will ask him to enter the name. So here I will your name here. I'll just say message to him. Okay, this is again the empty element. So I need a line break over here, so I will use br element here. So in the next line I would like to use create another label, so that I just want to do the email of the messenger who will send the message. So here I will create another label, email, and same way I will use input. Here type, I have to select email, because email is a special type in which we have to type a text uh, in which we have to type a text of type email. Every email is consisting of two parts. One part is written on the left hand side and another part is written on the right hand side of your at the rate of symbol. Okay, so this type ensures that. So here placeholder property I will use, and here I will message your email here. Okay, again we will use br element. In the next line we would like to create, also wanted to have the phone number of the person, so I will create another label over here and ask him for mobile. So I will type mobile over here. And then another we have to create the input. Here we have to give the type. Here we can choose the type as telephone. Okay, this is again consisting, this will allow him to enter at least 10 digit and maximum 10 digit. Placeholder property, mobile here. Okay, so again break. In the next line I would like to create a label, and I just wanted to give message, allow him to enter the message, and here I just wanted to allow him to area where he can type the message. So I write text area, and here I use calls equal to say 4, sorry, I just use 50 columns for typing, and rows I would like to allow him say 4 rows. Okay, so this way we have to use the text area, and we just have to use br, and in the last we wanted to have a button for submitting the form. So here we have to use input, type, submit, because we wanted to have a submit button, and here we have to give the value that I would like to display on the sub on button. So I message me. Okay, I just save this. Okay, saving all this, and I will go to the page. in the Explorer and refresh this, I will see you there. Look at this. Okay, a beautiful message box has been created. If here we just go value message, if we click on this message button, so this way we have created a beautiful HTML page without using CSS and all this thing. So this way we can create is many pages using the HTML for our websites and many more projects. So that's all for now. Have a good day.